What's going on, guys? Hope you're doing well. It's been a while, I know, but today we're going to talk about the 40,000 mile review on this truck right here. We're going to do the 40,000 mile review. A lot of good things going on with this truck. I've enjoyed it. You all know I'm a big fan of it. 2,500 Hemi gas. We're still pushing the gas. Everything's going well. There's a couple of different things that we'll talk about. I'm going to pull off and go somewhere else real quick where I can make a better video with less traffic. The majority of this 40,000 miles, I would say easily 60% of the miles on this truck have been towing, whether it was from the travel trailer between the two that we've had during the life of this truck or during the hot shot. I really don't have a lot of complaints. There are some issues that we'll talk about, but overall, guys, I still recommend Ram. I mean, I can't see why I would not recommend this truck to anybody. I'm pumped. I'm still loving it. It's doing well. We'll see how it goes. One thing I wanted to invite you all to do, and one reason you haven't seen me post a lot on the Live Your Free channel, is because I have started a new channel called Ripple Effect. You can look it up at Ripple Effect 143. You'll see the link in here. We're talking about things from business, on how to be successful, how to engage people. One thing I had never talked about on this channel that I'll let you all know, I am a doctor. So I have a doctorate, my doctorate in strategic leadership. I own multiple companies. We're talking about a lot of good stuff about manhood, things about family, things that the world is really attacking, some moral type issues that I think many of us will be aligned on this channel. I think there's such a good group of people that are following the Live Your Free channel, that are part of the Live Your Free family. I appreciate you guys. I'd love to see you jump on that other channel because we're going to talk about some stuff that most people want to shy away from, that I'm pretty sure most of us on this channel are going to be aligned on. Okay, guys, so the first thing, let me answer this question. Am I still happy with this truck? The answer is an undoubted, unhesitated yes. I love this truck. I'm happy with this truck. Are there things I would like to see improve, change? Yeah, but that comes with time. That's with anything. Any truck that you're going to buy, you're going to think about things that it'd be cool if it had this feature or if it could do this function. So overall, I am definitely happy. I would still recommend this truck to this day, but there's a couple things going. So we're gonna go over the things on the interior that I have to get fixed. Nothing major, it's nothing to cry home about. Everything's still working properly. Well, that's not necessarily true. There's a couple things I did break, so I have to get that fixed. But I'm talking about from functionality of things that naturally went wrong in the truck. And the first thing I'll talk about is the seat belt. So the seat belt here for the passenger seat, the seat belt right there, that thing is not working correctly. Uh-oh. There we go. It's not working correctly. So what I mean by that is when the passenger gets in and they try to buckle their seatbelt in like they normally do, it won't latch. They have to actually press the red button down, then push the seatbelt buckle itself into it, and then release the red clip, and then it stays, and it's secure, and it works properly. That's kind of a nuisance because I have to actually explain to people when they get in the truck, hey, look, it's going to work. You just have to do this step versus just the one traditional pull over your shoulder, plug it in, and go. So worst case scenario. The other thing is my middle seat belt in the back. Now, I actually broke that on my own. I was putting the back seat down and it was not closing. And instead of taking my time figuring out what was obstructing it, I just muscled it. And then next thing you know, I cracked the seat belt holder. So that's my fault, but I'm going to get that repaired as well. If I was to say anything that I am most concerned about that's interesting to me is the transmission. The transmission has a little bit of a slip to it. It's functioning fine overall. It's doing its job. I don't feel unsafe or anything like that. But I'm noticing that, and it might be because of the weight of the truck, that I don't drive as much. So when, you know, I drive a car, there's a couple of different cars that I'll drive that are significantly lighter than the truck. So after you drive those cars for so long and then you get back into the truck, you can tell that this is a much heavier, much bigger vehicle. So I'm not sure if it's my own bias that's going on to it from being, you know, used to driving more cars in this stage of the year versus the truck, or if it's the actual truck transmission that's starting to slip a little bit, because I can put it in reverse and then I'll stop and then I'll put it into drive. And I've always been big on coming to a complete stop before I shift it, you know, from reverse to drive or vice versa. And so, but now it feels like there's a little rollback, even on flatland. That's a little bit interesting, something to keep in mind. I'm at 40,000 miles. I do have a 100,000 mile, 7-year, 100,000 mile warranty on this truck because, well, it's a truck, it's a vehicle, it's made by man. So I'm a big believer in getting the warranty. Some people have different ideologies on that. Some people are like, no, don't get the warranty. It's a ripoff. You're wasting money. For me, I purchased the warranty for 2 reasons. One, if something went wrong, I want to be able to make sure it's covered. But 2, I felt like the price of that warranty, I don't remember how much it was, but the price of that warranty was worth my peace of mind. Peace of mind is huge to me, guys. Peace of mind is huge because that way I know I can use this truck the way I need to use it, do with it what I need to do with it, and I'm covered. And honestly, I don't plan on keeping this past 100,000 miles anyway. We'll see what the resale value and the trade-in value looks like. I may hold it to have it much further than 100,000 miles. Who knows? So one thing I will say is because this is an outdated engine, the Hemi V8 6.4 liter V8 engine is an older model engine. There's a lot more technology out there that's newer, not quite as tested. Now, I'm sure you probably thought I was going to go with a negative because it's an older, outdated equipment, but because it's older, it's bulletproof and people know how to fix it at a much lower price and a much lower rate and faster than some of the new engines. I've talked to several mechanics about this and they said, yes, there is newer technology out there, but you're not going to get more reliable, more tested, and more true technology than this Hemi V8 6.4 liter engine. So that's a plus. That's all that I have going on the inside. The inside, outside of that, is great. Everything else works well. Let's move to the outside of the truck. I'll point out some of the things that have kind of started to slow down, acting a little bit wonky, but not consistent enough to be an issue, but something that I am paying attention to. All right, guys, so I'm going to start it up and let you hear the engine, see how it looks. I have not washed this engine since, I have not cleaned this engine since I've had the truck. We've been all over the country towing. The majority of the miles on this truck, again, are about towing. So I want you to see what the engine actually looks like. 40,000 miles into it without any type of maintenance beyond like oil change and things like that. All right, hang tight, let me show you. Now, again, the engine is warmed up. So normally, for all you 6.4 Hemi guys out there, you know when the engine first starts, when it's cold, you have that ticking sound, not the Hemi tick, but just like a whistling sound that's so annoying. I've made a video on it. Several of you have commented on it as well. Turn around here so you can see it. So this is it, running, still purring like a kitten, looking good. Again, I have not cleaned it, washed it off or anything, and it holds down. This truck stays outside. I don't have a garage that's big enough to keep it indoors. So again, holding out tight. All the belts are good, cords are strong. All right, so as you can see, this thing is dirty. I know a lot of times people like to wash up, and myself included. I've always liked to wash up the vehicle, the truck beforehand, but I want you to see how I really use this thing. This is a truck that is being used as a truck. Hunting season is over. So the next time you see a video of this truck, it's going to be a lot cleaner because I have an appointment to get it detailed really nicely, turn it into a little bit of a pavement princess for a little while. But what I will say is the big thing here that I've seen with the truck are these floorboards. A lot of people are like, man, I don't know about these floorboards. There's just another thing that can go wrong. I can tell you they do a great job. They've done a great job for all 40,000 miles. There's only been 1 or 2 times where it actually has gotten stuck, where it's like the system got confused for whatever reason. I'm not sure, but it's not something that's been consistent. It's maybe happened twice. Also, since I'm here, I'll talk about the BF Goodrich tires. You all remember on our summer trip up to Michigan and up and down the coast there, we had that issue where I had to change out my Nittos for the BF Goodrich. I can't tell you how much I am so glad I got those tires. I'm so happy with them. No complaints whatsoever. And then I had my rammed down self-inflicted injury, which I do have a claim filed on it. I'm going to get it fixed. I've had it for about a month and a half now, but you know, when it happened, I wanted to get it fixed, but it's in the middle of hunting season. I wasn't willing to put my truck down to get the bumper fixed and then miss out on hunting. Now that the season's over, I've got this squared away and we're gonna get that fixed. And then the last thing here, guys, I'll say is this right here. Now it worked now, but a lot of times, so on the Limited, if you have your key on you and you get out the truck, you can press this button right here and it'll lock. The driver's side works well, but if I'm on the passenger side, for some reason when I press it, it doesn't always register. Kind of annoying, but not a huge issue. It's just a matter of opening up the door, press the lock button, or just pressing the key fob. So again, we're talking first world problems, minimal stuff, right? I have a working truck that does exactly what I want it to do, so I'm not going to complain about that too much. So there you have it, guys. This is a great truck. For you guys considering Ram, I say go for it still. Yes, there's newer equipment out there. There's newer engine models. There's newer things. I know Chevy has a newer engine. You know, you still got the 7.3, which is newer than the 6.4 out of the 7.3 Ford, excuse me, which is newer than the 6.4 Ram Hemi. So you have some other things out there, but if you're looking for something that's bulletproof, this is showing and proving to be good, at least up to 40,000 miles. I can speak to this up to 40,000 miles. I'm happy, no issues. Service has been great. There's plenty of service stations around. The oil change, gas mileage, we've gone through all of that. Nothing's really changed there. Guys, look, Ram is so far ahead and has been so far ahead on the interior alone that, I mean, this is a 21 model, and you have Chevy and Ford who have upgraded their interiors, and they, in my opinion, still don't match up to what Ram has done. I mean, Ram is phenomenal. They were so far and so forward thinking on their interior. It's crazy. Like, they were so far thinking about their interior that even with the updates of their competitors, in my opinion, I'm not missing a beat. I am completely happy with this. Still a Ram fan, obviously, as you can tell. You know, when it comes time to trade it in, we'll look at it. I'll keep you posted every 10,000 miles a show. So the next one I'll show is the 10,000 mile update or review. But again, all the towing I've done with this thing, I've carried my family around the country with it. We've had several trips. I've hunted, I've done hot shot. I've used this truck as a truck. I've done work on landscaping work at my property. There's a ton of stuff that I've done that has worked really well with this truck. I am telling you guys, I'm not saying it's the best truck out there, but I know this is a good truck. All right, so I hope this helps. God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't worry, more videos are coming. I'm going to do better. Again, check out my new channel, Ripple Effect. You just search it, Ripple Effect 143. It's in the comments. You might see it here on the screen. Hey, let's get better together. Integrity costs, but it pays well. God bless you guys. We'll see you soon.